But I will say that when I'm pregnant with a boy, as I am again, it was just going to sound crazy, but I'm a lot more aggressive. Like I one time chased a Latino man out of a Chick-Fil-A when I was pregnant with my first son. And that I had to look it up. They're like, yeah, when you have testosterone.
Did he run?
Yeah. It was crazy.
Did he mess up your order?
I looked back at the story and I'm like,
what
was
happened?
the craziest. Yeah, I don't
never
care.
heard it.
It's fine. I mean, it was.
Gave you the wrong sauce?
No, it was even crazier. I was 8 months pregnant, which is like about what I am right now. And it was just when they were doing lockdowns in COVID. And I was living in DC at the time and I was recording the audiobook. And they had just started masks. So it was very new. Nobody was used to having to bring their masks. I drove my car for a lunch break to Chick-fil-A and I went in there and they had the 6 feet social distancing thing. And I had walked away from the car, like 3 blocks away from the car. I get into this Chick-fil-A and there's this tatted up Latino dude. It's only relevant because he was tatted up. I have to mention head to toe tattoos. He's in front of me and we got the 6 feet social distancing. And the woman behind the counter was super nice. She was like, hey, you don't have a mask on and like you have to wear a mask now. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Like I left it in the car. And she was like, it's okay. Like we have extra masks. She takes out the mask thing and she offers it to me, but she does it like he's at the register. I'm behind him. And so I went up and grabbed one. He was like, excuse me, you need to keep your social distance. And I was just like, in what world does a man see a pregnant woman, 8 months old, and says like, don't breathe on me? Like I just lost it. I'm already so disappointed in the direction that men have taken over the last couple of generations. Full stop. The difference between your grandfather and the men that we are producing today is just sad and pathetic. It is. It's just sad and pathetic. The concept of like, I'm a tough guy, tatted from head to toe, and this pregnant woman might have to breathe for a split second to grab a mask behind. I was like, are you kidding me? And then he said like, F you, BITCH. And then I just saw red. And I promise you, I got my food first. I like waited outside. I don't know what my plan was. There was no plan. You know what I mean?
You waited for him?
I was just like, I am not done. It was like doorman. You know what I mean? But what am I doing? I'm 8 months pregnant. I'm hobbling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's like, F you, BITCH. And I said, you probably won't say it to my face because you're scared I'm going to effing breathe on you. And then he was like fumbling for his keys. And I was just like following him to his car. There was no plan. I don't know if I was going to follow him to work. It was just a full override of like, fight
savage.
Me at 8 months pregnant. And then I like got in the car. I remember sitting there and I called my husband. I was like, this Latino guy, he's like, where are you? Like, you need to come home right now.
Yeah.
You are just completely out of pocket right now. And I don't know what my plan was. I think I was going to follow this guy to work and beat him up. And then afterwards I was like, that was a pregnancy little, craziness. But it was definitely because I don't like seeing men act like little bitches. And when I see it, like when you see a pregnant woman trying to get a mask, you should be jumping over yourself to be like, here you are. And you're going like,
for you.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
That's all I needed to hear.
Yeah.
I feel like you just resolved the trauma
Yeah.
from 2.5 years ago by simply saying, I would have handed you the mask.